Hey there, CJ Math students. So today I'm going to walk you through Notes 2.12. Remember, you have a quiz on Friday related to operations with rational numbers, especially adding and subtracting integers. So, exercise 1, real-world connection to adding and subtracting rational numbers. Suppose a 7th grader's birthday is today. She is 12 years old. How old was she 3.5 years ago? Write an equation and use a number line to model your answer. So the equation should be, all right, if she's 12 today, how old was she 3.5 years ago? Subtract 3.5, otherwise also known as plus and negative 3.5, right? We know how to do this. We just go ahead and we split this mixed number into plus negative 3 plus negative 1/2, and we get something that looks like 9, right? Because this is a DSSL plus negative 1/2. Now here's the tricky part. Hopefully you guys recognize that you have to borrow here. This becomes 8 plus the whole number that we borrowed has determined by that denominator, so 2 over 2 plus negative 1/2. And what are we left with? We're left with 8, and 2 plus negative 1 is 1. 8.5 years old. Now, how can we model this on the number line? Well, we could start at 12, so we have to put in a couple more ticks for 12. Here's 12 right here. We can move back 3 times, and if I move back 3 times, I get to 9, right? So 1, 2, 3, and then move back 1 more half because it's a negative half. I should get to exactly what I got. My answer, 8.5. And that's exactly what we get. So I want you to do exercise 2 on your own after the video. Exercise 3, negative 5 and 1/2 minus negative 8. So first of all, we have to keep change. We have to say plus positive. So we have negative 5 plus negative 1/2 plus positive 8. And negative 5 plus 8. We'll combine those by using the commutator property, so negative 5 plus 8 plus negative 1/2 gives us 3 here, DSSL, plus negative 1/2. So we have 3 plus negative 1/2. We're going to go ahead and borrow from the 3. That becomes a 2. Again, our denominator is determined by this fraction right here, so 2 plus positive 2 over 2 plus negative 1/2. And we get our answer of 2. And 2 plus negative 1 again is 2 and 1/2. So how can I model that again on the number line? Well, I could go ahead and start at negative 5.5. So here's negative 5. So negative 5.5 is right here. And then basically after I KCC, I want to move right 8 times. So when I move right, I'll be jumping every single time, and I'll be landing at the half spot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and look at that, I'll end up on 2.5, just like I did there. I want you guys to practice exercises 4 and partners after you're done with the video, or you can pause now and try and do it, but I would recommend changing 2.5 into a fraction, so 2 and what is 0.5 as a fraction. So exercise 5, create an equation and a number line diagram to model each answer. So Samantha owes her father $7. Owing money is negative, so negative 7. She just got paid $5.50 for babysitting. If she gives that money to her dad, how much will she still owe him? So we'll say she just got paid $5.50 and she's going to give that money back to her dad. So here we have the DSSL problem of 7 plus $5.50. So let's line these up. 7 minus 5.50, which is really 7.00, right? So if we borrow here, we'll get 6, 1, borrow again. Oops, nope, don't need to borrow that one. That stays 10, sorry. So we get 0, 5, and 1, $1.50. She still owes her dad $1.50. That's why it's a negative $1.50. You wouldn't say, you'd say negative $1.50, or you would say she still owes $1.50, because the O's in that sentence right there is basically the same thing as a negative. Okay. At the start of the trip, a car's gas tank contains 12 gallons of gas. That's positive 12. During the trip, the car consumes. Consuming something is like eating something, taking away something. 10 and 1/8, so minus 10 and 1/8 gallons of gas. How much gas is left in the tank? I may set this problem up for you. Maybe you want to do keep change. Break this apart now, so negative 10 plus negative 1/8, 12 plus that, right? This should give you 12 plus negative 10 is positive 2, right? DSSL plus negative 1/8. Let's draw an arrow and go over here so we can actually show our work. So 2 plus negative 1/8. And just like we've been doing all day, borrow one whole here. So I get 1, and the whole is determined by that denominator there, plus 8/8 plus negative 1/8. So my answer is 1, and 8 plus negative 1 is 7/8 gallons left. So after a car starts with 12 gallons and consumes 10 1/8, there's 1 7/8 gallons left. And if you add 1 7/8 to 10 1/8, you'll get 12 gallons, exactly what you started with. All right, a fish was swimming 3.5 feet below the water surface at 7 a.m. 4 hours later, the fish was at a depth of 5 feet below where it started. What rational number represents the position with the fish at 11 a.m., so 4 hours after 7? So you're going to start at 3 1/2 below, so negative 3 1/2. And then you're going to go further down, so plus 5 feet below where it used to be, plus negative 5 1/4. So I've set that up for you. Let's quickly try and solve it together. So break it apart, negative 3 plus negative 1/2 plus negative 5 plus negative 1/4. Use community property, so negative 3 plus negative 5 plus negative 1/2 plus negative 1/4. Let's find common denominators by multiplying this by 2. So what does that give us? We have negative 3 plus negative 5 plus negative 2/4 now, plus negative 1/4. And this right here gives us negative 8 plus negative 2 plus negative 1, SSAK, negative 3/4. These are same signs, so we are lucky we just get to slap them together, 8 3/4 feet below where it started. Okay. On the back side, really quickly, this is where you'll work in partners. These are some buzz math problems. You don't have a buzz math level today, but there are 3 kind of difficult ones. Use community property, find common denominators, do all the different tricks that you've learned this week, and in partners try and find those answers. All right, good luck.